All right.
I never know what to do with my arms.
All right, joined now by Madelene Sagstrom after her first round here at the KPMG Women's PGA Championship. You just told Golf Channel that you were very, very excited to play this course. Just, I guess, take us through your first round and what your, what you've seen of Sahali that you've just loved.
Well, I think I was a bit nervous coming into this week because I knew it was narrow. And particularly, like, if you look at my stats, I might not be the best narrow golf course player. But I think coming here, just seeing how beautiful it is, and just, and it's just, like I told Amy a second ago, it's kind of straightforward. Like, you have to hit good golf shots. Like, you can't bail out left or right or anything. You have to hit good golf shots. And I think that it kind of makes it a little bit easier for me to try to commit. I know what swing tendencies I need to do to hit good golf shots. So I think it makes it very clear when you don't commit to the shots you're trying to do. So I think it's fun, it's challenging, but at the same time, it's very rewarding when you hit good shots out of there.
Were there any strategies that maybe you were practicing or getting ready for as you prepared for this major, and then maybe had to switch and pivot as you got out on the course, or what have been some of the strategies this week?
Well, I mean, there were some tricky pins today. So I think we kept saying all day, don't get greedy, don't get greedy. Like, there's some pins that you can take advantage of, and some par fives here you can, I can reach both some on the front nine and on the back nine. So I think it's more not get greedy on like a pin like 14. It's like tucked on the left side. It's easy to give yourself a really tough short game shot. So I've been trying to stick to my game plan of playing a bit of boring golf. I'm hitting a fair bit of fairway woods off the tee, just kind of keep the ball in play and keep it in position. So I think it's easy to try to get a little bit aggressive, but I've been just like boring, fairways and greens, and then you're a good putter. So that's kind of what the mindset has been.
Awesome. All right, we'll go ahead and open it up. Beth Ann?
Which part of your game is the best right now?
I think my putting has kind of always been like the strongest part of my game. It goes up and down, but when I play really well, I putt really well. I think what this week, I mean, today, hitting the driver and the irons better and better gives me more opportunities, and I stay more patient. I know I don't have to putt so well to shoot a pretty good score. So I think that, I mean, putting it's kind of always been my strong part, and when I putt well, I normally score pretty good.
Did you like these greens from the beginning?
I did actually. I said admire last week. I was struggling to see the breaks a little bit, and this week for some reason I found the pace quite well, and it just comes a little bit more natural here. So they do remind me a bit of like the Swedish like style and look at them. Mm-hmm. They're not severely slopey. Some on the back, kind of back to front, but I think, I mean, the protection of the course is not the greens.
True.
Sarah?
We saw you, I guess this about a month ago now, shoot 22 under at a venue that, not totally like this, but tight off the tee, have a little bit of slope in those greens. Are you seeing anything that you feel kind of the same vibes as Upper Montclair this week that's really helped you play this well?
I think it's the whole of there's no bailouts. I think the same thing there. That rough was really thick, so you really wanted to be in the fairway. And I think that sometimes I might give myself a little bit too much leeway. It's like a little left is fine here, and it doesn't get so, my focus doesn't get so narrow. And then when I really focus in and I know what kind of shot I'm trying to hit, I'm more likely to succeed with it. So I think it's a little bit of the same thing. I mean, the fact that I do hit it far, and when I hit it straight, it's obviously an advantage. So I think that for me, just being able to keep the ball in play, I think that it helps being so narrow, because I mean, you're standing up at 15 and it's like, okay, you got 5 yards on the left and 5 yards on the right. We're trying to be in the middle. It's like you don't have much more. So it gets it's very laser focused.
That length, especially off the tee, does that help you kind of maybe dial it back, hit a 3-wood, hit a hybrid, knowing that you can hit it up farther, like hit it up a little bit further, and will have a shorter iron end, even hitting a shorter club that's not your driver?
I mean, some holes, there's definitely an advantage trying to get up a little farther. But I mean, I am dialing back quite a bit in general out here. I'm trying to hit to the biggest spot, trying to hit to the flattest areas. You can be a little bit more aggressive than probably I'm playing the golf course. I mean, we all hit fantastic shots in my group today. And on 16, we were kind of hit high. We were behind that tree on the right, but I'm trying to just lay it up on the top. I'm not trying to force it and go down the hill. And it just trying to play a bit conservative, but at the same time, very, very smart and aggressive when I have the opportunity.
How are you keeping yourself mentally in check? I mean, made a couple back-to-back birdies out there, had two in a 3-hole stretch. How do you kind of keep yourself in check and not get too like, let's roll, let's keep trying to make birdies when it's this tough and it's this narrow and you have to pick those spots and really plot your way around?
Well, I think in major golf, you know you're going to get chances, and I found that there was a few more chances on the front nine today than the back probably. Some of the par fives you can take opportunities on the back nine, but I think pars are good in major golf. There are some really solid par holes out there today, so I think that just trying to pace myself, take the chances when I get, trying to hit, I mean, for me, it's more, I mean, if you hit the fairway, trying to hit a good iron shot, then I know that most, like, if I'm on the green, I have an opportunity to make birdie. So that's kind of been my whole mindset. But you kind of have to, I mean, pace yourself a little bit out there.
Madelene, how have you felt with your game over the last month since Cognizant of balancing the disappointment of coming up so close and yet the confidence of being right there and the way you've played over the last month coming into this week?
Well, I probably thought I was going to win US Open. I did not. No, but it's kind of the golf game. It's like you're on a high, you play really well, you play probably the best golf you've done in a while, still finish second. So it's kind of, I probably wished I would have played a little bit better since I went back to Sweden right after Cognizant. Did I? Yeah. And I did not play great there. So I think it's golf. It's like one day you're going to win a major, and the next day you are going to, I always say that I'm going to go work at home in the grocery store. It's like it's the ups and downs of golf. But right now I still feel like my golf has been trending. My game has been trending in the right direction. When you're out there and fighting with some shots sometimes when you don't feel like you can make contact with it gets hard, but it's the name of the game.
How many drivers are you hitting out there?
I hit driver of 167. I did hit off 8 today. I probably won't hit off 8, depends on the wind. I hit driver of, if we to move up the tee on 11, I would hit it on 11. I hit it on 12, 15, and 18.
Thank you.
Anything else?
Yep.
Awesome.